Alright, so this is my video of opening my box of Zendikar. Let's get this party started. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, pack number one has a slit in the top. I don't know if they've done this on purpose, but I don't think that's purposeful. Pack number one, rare number one is a common foil and a dust stalker. Stalker. Devoid haste. If you control no other colorless creatures, return it to its owner's hand. 4 mana haste. It's pretty good. Alright, so let's look at this foil. Kozilek's Sentinel. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and it's a 1/4 for 2. It's a pretty nice blocker. Maybe good in burn. Okay. Let's look at the rest of this pack here. Clutch of the Current. Meh. 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 Nothing all that great. Oh, that's pretty cool. Malakir Familiar. Flying Death Touch. 2/1. Whenever you gain life, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And Horribly Awry. This is a good spell. Counter target creature spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. If that spell's countered this way, exile it. So that works like ingest, and also works for those spells and abilities that gain abilities whenever you return things from exile. Alright, so pack number 2. Akum Hellkite. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. If that land is a mountain, it deals 2 damage instead. It's a 4/4 flyer for 6. That's a good dragon. Alright. Nothing all that great so far. Bunch of junk. And ooh, I got a manland. Shambling Vent. Becomes a 2/3 white and black with lifelink. Nice. That is a good card there. Nah. Oh, that's cool. Be dealt this turn by creatures target opponent controls. Wow. It's cool art. All creatures able to block it do so. It costs 8 mana. but is a 10-8. There are some who have lost everyone and everything. They actively seek out the Eldrazi, eager for the smallest measure of vengeance. Target player reveals his or her hand. You may choose a card from it with converted mana cost 3 or greater and exile it. Whoa, for 2. Wow, that's pretty awesome. 3 or greater and exile that card. Fear of the unknown can be a wonderfully innocent thing, relatively speaking. That's funny. Nah. Junk. Mist Intruder's cool. Ingest, flying 1/2. I like the art on it. Alright, pack number 4. And we have Omnath, Locus of Rage. Dun dun dun. Landfall. Make a 5/5 red and green creature. Whenever that or another elemental you control dies, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. What a badass legendary. Oh, he costs 7. Okay. Ruination Guide. Ingest. I like this card. It gives your other colorless creatures +1/+0. Chasm Guide. 4 mana. Whenever it enters the battlefield. Oh, all your allies gain haste. He's cool. And this guy's awesome. Herald of Kozilek. Colorless spells you cast. Cost 1 less to cast. 2/4. It's pretty awesome. And junk. Ruin Processor is cool. It costs 7 though. Junk. Better hurry this up. This is gonna be a long video. And Mercstrider foil. Ooh, that's pretty. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may put a card in opponent. If you do, return target creature to its owner's hand. Costs 4. It doesn't even have flash. If you can see it, it's too late though. And the Veteran War Leader, he's pretty cool. Power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. Tap another untapped ally you control. Gains your choice of First Strike, Vigilance, or Trample. Rare. Probably should be an uncommon. That costs 3, so that's pretty good. 2 life for each creature you control. That's pretty cool. I like the art. Blighted Step. Pathway Arrows. Ooh. Hasty Eldrazi Drone. I like that. Spell Shrivel is good. It's just a common. Junk, 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 junk. Okay. Pack number 6. Let's get some land going on here. Tajuru Warcaller. Wow, she's pretty. I like that. Enters the battlefield, or another ally enters the battlefield. Wow. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Wow, that's awesome. She costs 5 for a 2/1. That's sucky. And a Gruesome Slaughter. Nice. Till end of turn, colors creatures you control have tap. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature. That's okay. Though Gideon arrived at Seagate too late to prevent the massacre, he still had enough time to lead its survivors to relative safety. That's pretty cool. It's a sorcery. Bum bum bum. Junk rare. Junk rare. Treat to Coral Helm. That's cool. Tap, run, tap a creature. Scry 1. Or scry 1. That's pretty cool. Junk. It's a good 1-drop. Ooh, Stasis Snare. That's gonna be a nice uncommon. Flash enchantment. But it looks like it's only for good white decks. Benthic Infiltrator, that one's fun. Ingest, can't be blocked. It's a 1/4 for 3. Junk, 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 junk. Junk, junk. Mist Intruder. Junk, junk. Alright. Still waiting on my land here. Still waiting on my nice, pretty lands. I just need 1 to pay for the box. Kind of. Ooh, Noyandar Royal Shaper. Pretty. Merfolk. Legendary. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may put 3 +1/+1 counters on target land you control. Oh wow, so you awaken every time you cast an instant or sorcery. He's a 4/4 Merfolk ally. Costs 5. Meh. That's pretty cool. 3 mana, return target creature to its owner's library. And Awaken. If y'all didn't know, Awaken also allows you to cast the spell, and make a creature, a land creature, with haste. So it doesn't have to have been out since the last turn. You can play the land and then awaken it. Resolute Blade Master ally, costs 5. That's really high. Another ally enters spell. Ooh, Double Strike. That's pretty cool. Have y'all noticed that the cards seem to be already worn when you get them out of the package? I don't know if it's just me, but I've gotten quite a few cards that are already worn out before I even open them. This kind of sucks. Let's gonna be a 30-minute long video. Oh, it's worth it. Ooh, pretty Eldrazi token. And Emiria Shepherd. I used to play with a card called Emiria Angel, which was pretty awesome. Oh wow, so it has landfall, and if it's a plains, you reanimate the card, any non-land permanent, instead of just returning it to your hand. It's a 4/4 flyer, but it costs 7, which is a little ridiculous. And Crumble to Dust. Exile target non-basic land, search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that land, and exile them. Then that player shuffles his or her library. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so here's part 2 of my box opening. This might be like 4 parts. Okay, Scare Skin can't block. Regenerate it only if you control another colorless creature for 4. It's pretty good. Vile Aggregate, power equal to the number of colorless creatures you control, trample, ingest. Wow, this was a loaded pack. You got all 3 of these and you got the Angel all in one pack. That's pretty nice. And Ruinous Path. 3 black, 2 black, 1 colorless. Destroy target creature or planeswalker or awaken. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Fuse with elements. Nah. Another ally card. 4 mana, sorcery. Oh, that's an instant? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, and it gains trample. It gains trample. So that's pretty awesome. It costs 4, so you can only... Oh, look, see, that one's fucked up too. It costs 4, so you can only get 4 +1/+1 counters. But that's okay. Okay. Okay, so that one, yeah. 4 all creatures, but it's a sorcery. It's kind of junk. Junk. Oh, Sky Spawner is cool. Flying 2/1, and you put a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion. Junk. Alright. These used to come apart a little bit easier there at the bottom. Alright, let's get something good here. Oh, what is that? Another man land. Hexproof, 3/3. Blue and green creature. Costs 4 though. 4 to activate. That's a little high. But that's pretty nice. Another man land. Cool. Ooh, Grove Rumbler. I like it already. Oh wow, it gets +2/+2 for each land you play a turn. Wow, that's awesome. And it has trample. Starts off as a 3/3 for 4, but that's pretty cool. Land will not wait for the enemy to arrive. I like that. Void Attendant. Put a card an opponent owns from exile into their graveyard. Oh, okay. And you get a Scion. Okay, that's alright. That's cool. Junk. Touch of the Void. This card's awesome. 3 damage to target creature or player. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. Some wounds never heal. The art's awesome. Junk, 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 junk. So the top 3 layers weren't so great. They're okay. Oh, what's that? A foil Duststalker. That's cool. Hasty, 4 mana, 5/3. Pretty nice. Look at the art. Ooh, it's pretty. Ooh, it's pretty. Oh, wow. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. That's awesome. It costs 7 mana. It's a vampire. Vampire. That's a cool card. It has flying. It's a vampire with flying. It still costs 7 mana. Thunder. Skyrider Elf. Oh, it's an ally warrior. +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent, and it costs, oh, X. Why does it cost X? Huh. So you can play this for 2, and it's a 2/2 flyer for 2. That card is awesome. Man, she is a beast. And she's an ally. That's awesome. I like that card. Junk, 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 junk. Kozilek Sentinel. That's alright. Junk, junk, junk. Mist Intruder. Alright, I need to hurry this up or else it'll be like an hour long. Brood Butcher, 5 mana. Whenever it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion. Sacrifice a creature. Target creature gets -2/-2. 5 mana, that's kind of expensive. And you have to pay to activate its ability, but that is a sacrifice engine. It's just kind of, it's 2 colors. It's kind of an expensive sacrifice engine. But you do get the Scion, which activates it immediately, kind of. But it's still 5 mana for a 3/3. That's not that great. I guess if you think about it, you're getting pretty much what you pay for. You aren't getting much advantage. You know, for 4 mana, you get that ability and a 3/3, and then for 5 mana, you get the Scion, which is kind of like a pointless. I guess if you ramp into it, it could be okay. Nah. Junk. Touch of the Void. Yay. 3rd one. I got one in my pre-release pool. Kozilek's Channeler is pretty good. Lets you get a little extra mana there. Junk, 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 junk. Call the Scions. This is the one that puts the 2/1/1s out. And costs 3. Oh, cool. That's awesome. So those two cards together right there. Swarm Surge and Call the Scions. So you play Call the Scions, and then the next turn you play Swarm Surge, and they all get +2, +0, and first strike. Salvage Drone. Card's cool. Yeah, it's a reprint, kind of. Alright. I'm gonna get one of these Zendikar expeditions here pretty soon. Another one. Part the Water Veil, we all know what that does. Take an extra turn, and it has Awaken. Halimar Tide Color. Land creatures you control have flying. That's a really cool card. Wow, I got 2 rares in that? No, that might as well be a rare. Okay, junk. Wait. It's a 1/1 for 2. Nah. That's kind of cool. Grave Birthing. Oh, and you draw a card. It's a cantrip that exiles a card from their graveyard. That's pretty cool. I could see that in like a ramp removal drone deck or something. Some junk. Oh, a Scour from Existence. Junk, 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 junk. 3 to fight. Exile it instead. That's pretty cool. Nothing all that great. Sludge Crawler is okay. Has Ingest. And it costs 1. Look at all that stuff you get for 1 mana. Painful Truths. You draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to play it. Cast it, whatever. Costs 3, so meh. Junk. Rare. Junk rare. It's a 2/1. You get a token, and oh, that's when it dies. He's not that great. Ooh, a Sylvan Scrying. Awesome. That's going to go with the rares there. Choose a card from it with converted mana cost 3 or greater and exile it. It's pretty awesome. It does cost 2 mana though. Menace is cool. It's +2/+2 each land, and it has Menace, but it costs 5 mana. That's ridiculous. Junk, junk. Eldrazi Devastator is pretty awesome. It's just like really expensive. Oh, +2/+1 until end of turn, but it costs 4. Junk. Urkstrider. Oh, it has a one-time ingest. Alright, where is this land? I know there's one in here somewhere. Oh, it's a common foil. Ooh, I got the Oran Reef Hydra. Starts off as a 5/5 trampler. And landfall, it gets a +1/+1 counter. And if it's a forest, it gets 2 +1/+1 counters. That's even better. Cost 6, 5/5 trample. Totally worth it. That's a good card. Slab Hammer. 2 to equip. Whenever a creature attacks, you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. If you do, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It's definitely not subtle, and it's not really pretty either. Ulamog's Reclaimer. I haven't seen this one before. There's a battlefield, you may put a card an opponent owns from exile. If you do, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Meh. It's a 2/5 for 5. That's kind of shitty. The Core Entanglers. Eyeless Watcher. 4 mana. And you get 2 Scions for a 1/1. That's kind of crappy. Cascade. Ruin Processor. Oh, here we go. Complete Disregard. This card's awesome. Exile target creature with power 3 or less. It does cost 3, which is a little expensive, but it's an instant. Spell Shrivel, I love this card. Metal Drone is pretty cool. Deals 1 damage to each. And then whenever you cast a colorless spell, you untap it. And it's a 3/1, and it only costs 3 mana. Gains Death Touch whenever you gain life. That's kind of crappy. Costs 3 for a 2/3. But it is an ally, which is pretty cool. And a vampire, and an assassin, which is all cool. I actually kind of like that card. Not as good as the Vampire Nighthawk, to say the least. It's an okay pack. Come on, land. Exert Influence. This card is supposed to be pretty good. Wow, and she's pretty. That's pretty cool, and she's like using her powers to destroy this Scion token. Gain control of target creature if its power is less than or equal to the number of colors spent to cast it. The card's alright. Ulamog's Despoiler, that's pretty cool. 2 cards your opponent's own from exile. There's a battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters. Wow, it's a 9/9 if you return 2 exiled cards. Meh. Grove Tender Druids. 4 mana 3/3, and you get some Saprolings. Meh. Meh. Jaunt. Ondu Champion. Trample. That's pretty cool. It's a 4/3 for 4. That would be nice with that hasty creature. Hasty ally. Kozilek Sentinel. Oracle of Dust. Meh. Seek the Wilds is cool. Another Assassin. And Brilliant Spectrum. Draw X cards. It costs 4, but it's a sorcery. That's kind of junk. That's a sorcery too. Junk. Brutal Expulsion. Wow. Choose one or both. Return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. Or it deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. And if that permanent would be put into a graveyard, exile it. It's an instant for 4 mana. It's pretty cool. Tide Drifter. Meh. It does cost 2. It's a nice blocker, maybe for like a blue control deck. Didn't do much, but the Residents of Seagate gave it a wide berth all the same. That's pretty funny. Bane of Balaged. Defending player exiles 2 permanents. Whoa! Costs 7, but exile 2 permanent. Oh, but they get to choose what 2 permanents. The continent of Balaged was ravaged by a massive Eldrazi of Umalog's lineage. Its lush jungles and cascading rivers reduced to dust. Aww. Processor Assault. Oh wow, okay, so it's like a salvage, what do you call it? The mirrored in burn spell, except it's a sorcery and it only deals it to a creature. That's kind of junky. Shrapnel Blast is what I'm thinking of. It's like Shrapnel Blast, except a lot crappier, but it is devoid. But putting cards from their exile into their graveyard for that ability, and it's a sorcery, and it costs 2 mana, that's kind of crappy. Junk, 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 junk. Junk, 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 junk. Junk, junk. Dispel. Good card. Just for a common. Meh. Come on, land. Is that another manland? Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. Only to cast colorless spells. Activate it only if you control 7 or more lands. Wow. That's kind of junk. I like the art though. It's pretty nice. Bane. Ooh, Blood Bond Vampire. It doesn't have flying though. This is an ally. Oh, and she's pretty. Pretty gruesome. Ugh. Turn against. Oh, it's an instant. Gain control, it gains haste. Untap it. No, don't. I like it. And it costs 5 mana though. But it's cool because it's an instant. You can block with the creature. Junk, 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 junk. Core Castigator. Can't be blocked by Scions. That's kind of lame. A wizard ally. Eh. It's nice to have another wizard. The white wizard, that's pretty cool. Old school wizard decks for the win. This card's cool. It pumps the creature, and you can put another land onto the battlefield. Not on your turn, so you can pump it, and then if it has landfall, you drop a land and it pumps it some more with the landfall on the creature. Oh, that's better than the Death Touch one. It gains flying whenever you play, or whenever you gain life. So you could like play a land that gains you life, and then it gains flying, and it's a 4/5 flyer. It's alright. Clutch the Currents. It's alright, but it's a sorcery. Boo. Junk. Awaken. Meh. Come on, land. Damn it. This card's cool. Beast Collar Savant. 1 mana of any color, only to cast a creature. Costs 2, but it's hasty, so it's alright. Turn 3, you could play 2 creatures. Sorcery, junk. Deathless Behemoth, Vigilance. Sacrifice 2 Scions. Return him from your graveyard to your hand. It's alright. Telling Geopede, that's pretty cool. Eyeless Watcher. Junk. Grave Birthing. Meh. Junk, 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 junk. Sure Strike. +3, +0, and First Strike. It's pretty cool. By colorless sources. That's pretty cool. It's a good like control against like drone control. That's cool. That's too expensive. Junk. Oh, where's this land? It's gotta be in here somewhere. There's gotta be one in here. I know there's one in here somewhere. Alright, all the trash out of the way. So this sometimes doesn't always work out, so there we go. So this is the best way to keep from damaging your cards. A foil Zendikar land, that's pretty nice. And I drop it on the floor. Because it's not as cool as the Kiora. Oh, untap up to 1 target creature and up to 1 target land. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put a creature and or land into your hand. And the rest into the graveyard. And then you get an emblem that whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, fight target creature. Then put 3 8/8 blue octopi tokens onto the battlefield. She starts with 4 loyalty, which is pretty good. And she only costs 4 to play, and she's pretty freaking hot. Despite all the tentacles and like scales and stuff. Titan's Presence. Exile target creature if its power is less than or equal to the revealed card's power. Wow. That's cool. And it only costs 3 and it's an instant. Look at the art on that. That's sweet. I love this card. This is like one of my favorite cards in the whole set. Ulamog's Nullifier. It has flash, flying. And if you put 2 cards from opponent's exile into their graveyard, counter target spell. And it's a 2/3 flyer for 4 with flash and counter spell, which is awesome. None of the rest of the stuff in this pack could compare. That card's okay. Silent Skimmer. Outnumber. That's alright. Bunch of junk. Let me reclaim this foil Zendikar mountain. Ooh, it's pretty. I don't even know if y'all can hear any of this stuff because I haven't tested the mic on this camera yet, so this may just be like, I may have to voice over this whole thing. Alright. Bring to light. Converge. Search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast it. Exile that card, then shuffle your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Wow! Creature, instant, or sorcery less than or equal to the number of colors spent. And it costs 5. So if you draw all 5 colors into it, you can go and get anything 5 or less. Creature, instant, or sorcery, and play it for free as a sorcery. That's pretty cool. Pathway arrows, 1 mana, 2 to equip. Deals 1 damage to target creature. If a colorless creature is dealt damage this way, tap it. Meh. Royal Retribution. 5 mana. Meh. Oh, this is a better sacrifice engine. It's only 1 color. And you gain life and draw a card. Vampiric Rites. Oh, and it only costs 1 mana to play. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But it's a sorcery. That's kind of meh. Dominator Drone. When it enters the battlefield, if you control another colorless creature, each opponent loses 2 life. That's cool in multiplayer. Costs 3. Ghostly Sentinel's cool. It's a 3/3 flying vigilance for 5. That's alright. Junk. Meh. Salvage Drone is cool. Plummet. Sludge Crawler's alright. Alright, so I still haven't gotten one of those cool Zendikar Expedition lands yet. I got one in my pre-release. I was really hoping to get one in this box. So, let's keep going here. Sanctum of Ugin. Whenever you cast a colorless spell with converted mana cost 7 or greater, you may sacrifice it. If you do, search your library for a colorless creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand. That's kind of shitty. I like the art though. Vile Aggregate. Wow. 3 mana. That's a cool card. I like that card. I think I've already seen one, but junk, 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 junk. Rush of Ice. Sorcery. Oh yeah. It's kind of a crappy pack. Craptacular. Oh, this box is getting kind of low here. There's a dual land, but it's not a Zendikar expedition. Sunken Hollow. Very nice. On the continent of Tazim, rushing waters plunge through narrow canyons into mist-cloaked lakes. That's pretty cool. Very nice. That's pretty cool. It's an instant. It costs 4, but you can tap 2 of their creatures and then block another creature later. Brute Minotaur makes 3 tokens for 6 mana, so that's a better token creator. It's a 3/3. That's alright. If you made it really cheap, it would be cool. Junk. Oh wait, that's a 1 mana 2/1. That's not too bad, and it's an ally. Expedition Envoy. It's a scout. Touch the Void, yay, that makes my playset right there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so 1 dual land, 2 man lands, 1 foil Zendikar land. So we're going for the Zendikar expedition here. And that's not it. But it's another Oran Reef Hydra. Oh, the Molten Nursery's cool. Titan's Presence. Grip of Desolation, that's awesome. 6 mana instant, exile target creature and target land. We have to download some sort of program to patch all of these clips together. I think maybe the software that came with the camera will do it. Ingest. Ingest is awesome. Especially if they search for something and they put it on the top of their library and then you're like, attack? And they're like, dirt. Ingest. Each opponent discards a card. That's pretty cool. Mindraker. Alright. Box is getting pretty low here. Another Zendikar foil. Ugin's Insight. 5 mana sorcery. Scry X, where X is the highest cost among permanents you control. Then draw 3 cards. Cool. Reclaimer. Return target instant sorcery. Landfall. +1/+1 counters and gaining life. Ooh, it gains lifelink. Oh wow, so any creatures you control that attack this turn gain lifelink. And awaken for a 4. Awaken 4 for 5 mana. So you at least have 1/4/4 lifelinker if you attack with that land. It costs 2 to play. It's a sorcery. It's cool art. Looks like the Yoked Ox. Scour from Existence is awesome. Love that card. Natural Aggression. Fight. Exile. Junk. Dispel. There we go. Another Dispel. I think the most exciting thing so far has been that Kiora. Desolation Twin. There we go. That's even more exciting than the Kiora. Desolation Twin is awesome. Royal Spout. That's cool. Slab Hammer, Catacomb Sifter. So 2, 3, 4, 3, and you get a Scion. So that's worth playing probably if you have the right kind of deck. Complete Disregard. It's awesome. Another Dispel. Alright. There we go. That's like 3 Dispels in one box. Blister Pod. Foil. I thought it might have been one of those cool lands, but it's not. It's pretty cool. I like the foil art on it. Planar Outburst. Wow. Alright. Destroy all non-land creatures for 5 mana. Awaken 8. It's another Awaken 4. Okay, I guess there are more Awaken 4s than I thought. Another Scour from Existence. Alright. Another Complete Disregard. That's 2, 3 Complete Disregards. Salvage Drone. Reclaiming Vines. That was a good pack. Oh, that one came open real easy. What happened to my light? Is it too bright? Not bright enough. There we go. Two damage to creature, 3 damage to another creature, 4 damage to a third creature, and then exile any of the ones that die. It's pretty cool. It costs 7, that's kind of crappy. Ooh, another Stasis Snare. Alright, I like that card. Another Skitter skin. Ghoul draws Overseer. I messed my light up here. Maybe it is the glare. You're probably right. It's the glare. Flying vampire. +2/+0 if you drop a swamp for other creatures you control. Cost 6, that's pretty cool. No, I think the problem is having two different light sources. Keeps getting brighter outside. So if you have like your computer monitor and you have another light, your ceiling light, then you know, camera doesn't really know which light source to focus on. Craptacular. Bergstrider. It's alright. Call the Scions is cool. Storm Surge is that happened earlier too, where I got a Call the Scions and then a Swarm Surge right in front of it. It's pretty nice. They've obviously seeded the packs somehow. There we go. Only deals it to creatures, and it's a sorcery. Junk. Yay, I love that card. Put that with the rares. Sky Spawner. Oh man, getting to the bottom of the box and still haven't gotten one yet. Ooh, a Barrage Tyrant. I love this card. This card's awesome. Terrible Fury. Excellent aim. +1/+0 in Death Touch. Or each opponent loses one and you gain one. That's pretty cool. Spell Shrivel, love that card. Scour. Anticipate, love that card. 2 mana. Look at the art. Alright, here we go. Only 5 more packs, including this one. So I need to get one pretty soon. Munda, Ambush Leader. So I think the trick is just using one light source and then, you know, having it be bright enough so that the camera can focus on it. This card's cool. It's legendary, has haste. I mean, it costs 4 for a hasty 3/4, which is almost worth it by itself. And then it gets the ally ability. And you can put any allies in the top 4 cards and leave them on the top, and then put the rest on the bottom in any order, which is pretty cool. It'd probably work better with like that hasty. They probably all work well with the hasty dude. Akum Stonewalker. I haven't gotten one of these yet. You may pay 3 if you do put out a Spark Elemental with Trample and Haste. 3/1. And exile it at the beginning of the next end step. That's pretty cool. You can make a blocker or something. I like this card. It's pretty. Drawn's Emissary. It's a pretty cool. It's a cleric, vampire cleric ally, which is pretty awesome. Two flyer for 3. Touch of the Void. Love that card. Junk, 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 junk. Junk, junk, junk. Alright. Only have a few more packs here before, that's it. Guardian of Tazim. Sphinx. Flying. 4/5. Wow. 4/5 flyer for 5 and a landfall ability? Wow, it doesn't untap if you drop an island. That's awesome. This card is great. Guardians of Tazim. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, you don't want your light source too close. That's probably good. I've got outside light going on here too, so you see the outside light and the inside light. Outside, inside. That's junk, I think. I didn't really look at it. They gain first strike, 2/2 for 2. It's pretty cool. She looked like a man. Zulaport Cutthroat. It's 2 mana ally for a 1/1 rogue. That's alright. I like the flavor. Fire Mantle Mage. That's pretty awesome. Costs 3. Ooh, creatures you control. All your creatures gain menace. Wow. That's awesome. Junk, junk, junk. Touch of the Void. Benthic Infiltrator. Junk, junk. Lava Step Raider. Junk. Savage Drone. I like anything with ingest on it. Okay, here we go. This is third to the last pack in the box. Lantern Scout. My light source changed here. There we go, that's better. Ooh, lifelink to your allies. 3-2 for 3, that's awesome. Love the Lantern Scout. It's a rare, of course. Jotty Offshoot. Defender, whenever a land enters the battlefield, gain a life. Under your control, of course. Windrider Patrol. Wizard, another wizard. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, scry 2. It's a 5 mana flying merfolk wizard. Wow, she's pretty badass on some sort of like a Leviathan. It's a 4/3 flyer for 5. And a wannabe looter ability. John, oh, what's that? +2/+2. That's not that great. Ghostly Sentinel, Vestige of Emrakul. That's pretty cool. 3/4 Trampler for 4. It's not that great. Oh, it's an ally. It's a warrior ally. Warriors are good. 2 mana Colostria Healer. I used to play with a card called Colostria something or other. Vampire Cleric. Another Vampire Cleric ally. Wow. I like that card. That card's awesome. What is this? Time and time again, I've demonstrated my skills as a healer. Why then are you so ill at ease? It's because I'm a vampire. That's awesome. Junk. Second to the last pack. Obnixilis! Yes! There it is. There's an Obnixilis. He costs 5. Up 1. Draw a card and lose a life. -3. Destroy a creature. -8. Target opponent gets an emblem with whenever a player draws a card, they lose 2 life. The opponent with the emblem loses 2 life. And he starts off with 5 loyalty. That's awesome. I think I made my money's worth here. Junk. Herald of Kozilek, this card's awesome. Need a little more light there. Void Attendant. Meh. Meh. Jaunt. Complete Disregard. There you go. Spell Shrivel. Alright. This pack is like common bombastic. Oh, and another Call the Scion Swarm Surge combo. It's like 3 of those each. And the last pack in the box. Gotta be the best pack in the box. Woodland Wanderer. There we go. Oh, it's dinged. No, it's not that bad. Vigilance Trample, wow. So it starts off as a 3/3 because you're at least paying 1 green. And you can have it up to 4. So that could be a 6/6 Vigilance Trample. That's pretty awesome. And it's an elemental, so it works with that other card too. And Pilgrim's Eye, the crappiest card in the set. Adverse Conditions. This is the worst pack in the entire box. Sky Spawner. Nell Drone. That's not too bad. Well, that was my box of Battle for Zendikar. Can do a quick little recap here. Let's pull these cards together real quick. I know, this looks awful, but there's nothing all that great in it. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Alright, Woodland Wand. Oh, there's Kiora. Alright, Woodland Wanderer. He's pretty cool. The Lantern Scout. Life Gain Scout Ally. Guardian of Tazim. Awesome flying control creature. Sphinx. Ambush Leader. Searches for your other allies in the top. And it has haste for 3/4 for 4. Barrage Tyrant. Throw your big Eldrazi's at them. Throw your Eldrazi's at your opponent. Nullifier. Yeah, it's an uncommon. But it's a creature and it has flying and flash and counter stuff. It's awesome. And look at the art. Ooh. Ghouldra's Overseer. That's a little expensive. But I mean, give all your other creatures +2/+0, and it's a flying vampire. Yeah, it's a 3/4, but whatever. Planar Outburst. This card's awesome. It's the new Wrath of God, kind of. And your land creatures don't die. Desolation Twin. Yeah, it's awesome. Comes in and it puts out 10/10 token for you. Ugin's Insight. Scry and then draw 3 cards. It's a sorcery. The art's cool. It's a little expensive, but it is not Converge. Serpentine Spike. Way too expensive. Cool ability. Definitely limited. Foil Blister Pod. It's pretty. It's a common. It's trash. A foil forest. Zendikar Forest. Look at it. Ooh. It's so pretty. Or in Reef Hydra. The name, the cost, everything kind of explains itself. Touch of the Void, it's a common. It's a sorcery. But I mean, it deals 3 damage and it exiles the creature. It activates those cool abilities and all that good stuff. Sunken Hollow. One of the best dual lands from the set. Sanctum of Ugin. It's cool if you're playing Ugin. Other than that, it's kind of like, oh yeah, it has to be a creature card. But, you know, it's alright. Art's kind of cool. Bring to Light. Converge. And play stuff for the same cost. So it's kind of like a filter card. But it lets you go and get any creature, instant, or sorcery and play it for free. That costs less than how many colors you paid to play it. Ooh, foils, Zendikar Mountain. It's so pretty. Kiora. She's awesome. 4 mana cost Planeswalker. She's like the new Jace. Exert influence. It's Converge. It lets you gain control of a creature, but it's junk rare, in my opinion. Brutal Expulsion. Instant removal and or counterspell, kind of. Costs 4 mana. It's alright, it's mid-range. This thing, Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. I guess it's cool if you play Desolation Twin. Another Orion Reef Hydra. Self-explanatory. 6 mana. Interesting art. Oh, that kind of looks like what's her name was riding. Except that thing had flying. Foil Tajuru Beastmaster. That's kind of junk. Costs 6. That's an Elf Warrior ally. He's pretty cool. Foil. My mount needs neither reins nor bridle. We both share a common purpose. That's pretty awesome. A Sylvan Scrying. This card's amazing because you can go and get any land card and put it into your hand. Radiant Flames. X damage to each creature, where X is the number of colors spent to play it. The fires of Zendikar are always hungry, and there is much on which they can feed. It costs 3, so it's kind of limited to X equals 3, so it's kind of like a crappy Anger of the Gods. Painful Truths. Converge. Draw X cards, lose X life. It also has a cap of 3, which is almost as good as Read the Bones. Actually better, kind of, because it's multicolor, but you have to pay 2 colors into it to get the same as the Read the Bones, which you could just pay 2 mana for Read the Bones, but, you know. It's alright. It's kind of like a better but slower Read the Bones. Oh, and it's only you, so you can't target your opponent with it, which kind of sucks. Part the Water Veil. Take an extra turn. Awaken. That's probably the best part. Is if you awaken it and you get the extra turn, swing for 6. Untap, swing for 6. Good game. Brood Butcher. 5. I would put that in the junk rares. Defiant Bloodlord. 7. Vampire Flying. You gain life, your opponent loses life. It's like combo-ish, but there's not really a whole lot you can do with it right now, so Junkers. Foil Dust Stalker is awesome. That is an awesome card. 5/3 with haste for 4. Lumbering Falls. This is the blue-green hexproof manland. It's not bad. Ruinous Path. The 3 mana cost removal spell with Awaken, which is pretty nice. Emeria Shepherd. She is expensive and Reanimator, but she's kind of out of range. Noyandar Royal Shaper. He's pretty awesome. You can use him as a general. And when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you put counters on target land you control. So with this, you can use the ability to make it a creature, but you could also put the counters on a land creature you already have and make it bigger, which is pretty awesome. And then whatever instant or sorcery spell you cast could be a pump spell or something. I like that card. Gruesome Slaughter's pretty awesome, but it's kind of a junk card. First of all, it costs 6, even though it's colorless. And then you have to have colorless creatures to make it worth anything. It only deals damage to other creatures. And it's a sorcery. So that's not so great. Foil Tajuru Warcaller. She's pretty hot. And she's pretty hot. That's about it. Veteran War Leader is awesome. This card is awesome. It's a soldier and an ally. Merc Strider foil. It's pretty. It's not that great. Omnath, another really good legendary like Highlander card, EDH card, commander card. You know, putting a land into play and getting a 5/5 creature, that's pretty awesome. And then whenever elementals die, you can like lightning bolt them to the face or something. The black-white mainland, it's a 2/3 with lifelink. It's alright. It's kind of a blocker. It's not that great. Akum Hellkite, flying, 6 mana. And if you play a mountain, it deals 2 damage to a creature or player. It's a 4/4 flyer for 6. That's pretty cool. I like it. And finally, a regular Duststalker, which is pretty nice. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.